Hi. Hi everyone. Sherry here from Your Brand New Job. How you going? Good evening. I decided to do a bit of a late one tonight, at a late Facebook Live. So, sorry if you're looking out for me earlier. I've been doing these lives every single day for the last week or so and bringing you some great tips that can help you with your resumes. So tonight I decided the subject, because a lot of people have asked me about this one lately, so I thought maybe it's a good subject to do. And that is, how long should your resume be? Well, that's a big question, isn't it? And you actually get a lot of conflicting answers. So I believe, this is my theory on it, is there is no right or wrong. There is no set answer for anyone to say you must have a 1 or a 2 page or a 3 page resume, because I believe everyone is different. Okay? So it depends on what level of application you're applying for. It depends on your experience and your skills. It also depends on whether you're applying for an administration role, whether you're applying for a retail role, a hospitality role, whether you're applying for a supervisor level, a management level, or a CEO level. And I believe that all of us are different. So the way we're going to present our resumes, we can't have one strict rule that says you're only allowed to have 2 pages or whatever. So unless they specifically stipulate something in the job ad, my suggestion to you is this. I believe 3, 4 pages for a resume is fine. What's most important is what you're putting in the resume. So as long as it's not filled with things that are not relevant, as long as you're not going on and on and on and on and on and making someone read a novel. So we've got to put quality information in it. So I can tell you now, the very first thing they're going to look at when they look at your resume is the front page. Very first page, page number 1. So let's put some real quality information into page number 1, because that's going to encourage them to want to read more of your application. Doesn't matter whether it's 3 pages long or 4 pages long or 2 pages long or whatever. Page 1 is the page where you've got to have the quality information. So now you're probably saying to yourself, what is the quality information? Well, I think about it like this. The quality information that you need to place on page number 1 is something that's going to grab their attention and make them want to read more of your resume. So the only thing that I can think of that's going to grab their attention is if you tell them on page 1, when they look at your page 1, they can see clearly that you're a perfect candidate for that job. So page number 1, when they glance at it and they scan it with their eyes and they just scan reading it for what, 6, 7 seconds, something like that, something's got to jump out there and they've got to look at that and think, oh, this is a potential candidate for this job. And that's what's going to make them want to read more. Okay? So now when they read more, you don't want to bore them to tears with pages and pages of information. The more information you have there is not going to get you the job. So at the end of the day, it's the quality of the information that they can see on the other pages. So I don't want you to list your key duties. You know, when you list your work history and you put down what your key duties were? Well, there's a reason why it's called key duties. It's just, what were your main key duties? Not every single duty that you did the whole time you were working there. We don't have to list every single solitary thing that you did. We just have to list your key duties. So we don't want pages of your work history taking up 2 and 3 pages where you're filling it with all these key duties because you think that the more you put in there, the better chance you've got to get the job. That's not correct. No one's going to read all that writing anyway. So let's put in some key duties that really were the big highlight duties that you did. Does that make sense? So therefore, that area on your work history doesn't need to be pages long. So you should be able to do your work history back, approximately 10 years. So around 2000 is sort of like the furthest back. No one's really interested in what you did before the year 2000. We're in the 2017 now. That's 17 years worth of history. Work history. That is oodles of work history. So you should be able to fit that into a layout that would only take up 1 to 2 pages at the back. So you've got your front page at the front, so that's vital. That's your really important page. And then you've got 1 or 2 pages for your work history. You with me? So therefore, 2, 3, sometimes 4 pages is acceptable. Especially if you're going for higher level jobs, you need to put higher level information in there. So it depends on your level to how long it should be. That's my theory on it, and it's worked for me, and it's worked for hundreds of other people that I've helped. So guys, my name is Sherry. Thank you for joining me here on my Facebook Live on a Saturday night. So I certainly hope that that's given you a little bit of a tip and an insight on how long should your resume be. Make sure you put all the good stuff on the front page. The way that we lay out resumes today, you've got to grab their attention as soon as they look at that front page, okay? So make sure you put some really good quality information there that's going to make them want to read the rest of your resume. Thanks for joining me here tonight. Once again, my name is Sherry. My business is called Your Brand New Job. I've been doing heaps of these Facebook Lives lately. You can click on the link above and you can follow me on my Your Brand New Job page. Jump on there and go and have a look. There is loads and loads of Facebook Live videos on there to give you tips on all different subjects when it comes to applying for jobs. Thanks for joining me. See you later. Bye now.